My name's Lou Sparks. I'm the CEO at Gippsland Southern Health Service, a service that I'm really proud of. I've been here for 2.5 years. I came across from Bass, and the work that we've been doing in this space has been fantastic. Gardens are really important, so they connect the inside with the outside, and often when you're in hospital you're stuck inside for a long time. I think too here at Gippsland Southern the gardens are extensive. There's an Indigenous garden, we have a beautiful garden outside our aged care facility. And we're also doing some work on our maternity garden for our new mums and our babies and their families so they can connect with nature. And we all know the benefits of connecting with nature on our wellbeing. So I think it helps people recover and get better.
So my name's Jess O'Neill and I am the VM teacher of personal development skills, which is the subject that the students are enrolled in from year 11 to year 12. And in year 11, they do a lot of pre-work around communication skills, leadership skills, teamwork stuff. And then when they get into year 12, they have to run a community project. We like it to be more than just what we do here at the college. We want them to go out and try and connect with their community. Well, previously to this one, we would always have to go and sort of source the project ourselves. So it was either a community project that looked at a cultural issue, environmental issue, an economic issue, or a social issue. So the students then had to go and just sort of work out what they were going to do. But we were very lucky in having Cassie come from Gippsport and offer us an opportunity to work with the Leongatha Hospital.
I'm Cassie and I'm the volunteering coordinator at Gippsport. I'm working on a project with the Department of Social Services and Volunteering Victoria that looks at breaking down the barriers to volunteering, especially in regional spaces for young people. So we were invited to be a part of the South Gippsland Youth Forum. As part of that, we asked these young people how they were connected into their community and whether volunteering was something that they did. And it came out really loud that a lot of them didn't feel connected to their community and that they weren't willing to then participate in volunteering within their community at that point. So the idea behind the project was really simple but really powerful. And that was that what would happen if we took volunteering into schools? Could we start connection to community really early on?
Well, look, if we had to look after these gardens on our own, I don't think we'd have any money left because we've got extensive gardens. I mean, the most beautiful design of this campus and people that are really, really proud of what the gardens look like. And we're lucky enough to have specialists in certain types of plants here that spend hours helping our team keep those gardens beautiful. I think in the volunteer space, it's a beautiful way for us to connect with our community because the volunteers are part of our community. Having the students here, I think, is a really, really nice way to connect with our younger community at all ages, but particularly for the younger people. They're really proud of their work. And this work, you know, they're designing everything from the project plan, so they're learning how to do some business skills, but they're also learning how to communicate with our patients and our staff. And I think for this maternity space, it's really appropriate to have younger people around, and it's quite refreshing as well.
They were definitely a little bit more shy at first, struggled to kind of like formulate their groups and get the groundwork running. But once they did, it was really nice to see them engage with like different people at the hospital, do the gardening, paint the rocks. It's been a very diverse project in terms of what they can do and how they can contribute. So that's been nice. Yeah, without being biased, I felt like I can benefit because I will have a baby there at the end of the year, hopefully. I'm very excited to be able to like look out the window and paint the rock and add it to the students' collection. So I do feel like I get to reap the rewards of what the students are doing.
It's absolutely refreshing. And I think even for some of our patients, obviously our maternity patients are a little bit younger, but for a lot of our patients, they're a lot older. They love seeing the younger people. I think their ideas are really different to what I would have. have, and I think they bring something that we haven't got. I think a health service in a rural town is a really important part of the town, as are schools, and the community are really connected to that. So to have the younger people come up with something completely different, I mean, the rock painting is not an idea that I would have thought of, and we would have thought of all the risks around that, but actually it's a fantastic idea. So it's great.
Oh, I love this project so much in that not only is it a really great leadership model for these young people, it's a stepping stone into employment as well. It's connecting them with different intergenerationals. It's giving them lifelong skills that they can actually connect in with their community really well, but also it gives them a sense of pride within their space. It's allowed them to have connection and this autonomy to be able to create a project from start to finish.
Throughout this time, we worked together to raise funds, roll up our sleeves, and put in the effort to refresh and revitalise the space.
We had our bake sale, so we successfully raised $400, putting our total to $950.
The hospital team was very generous with the freedom to create whatever vision we sort of wanted the maternity going to look like.
Met with the hospital and team, and we got all the requirements and feedback for it.
The second option to do as pregnant woman, to have something on the back wall so when they look out the window they could see something.
Basically, the aim of the game was to make a colourful, dry rock bed.
We met with Linda and Richard, who are volunteers who expertise in plants. They taught us what plants would best suit the area. They thought of the idea to make a table and seats at the beginning of our project.
But we still need to pass on some of these tasks to next year's VM students.
Ultimately, this helps prepare us for the future and going out into jobs and workplaces.
And I don't think we realise just the far-reaching impact your project has made to us.
I nearly cried. I nearly cried because not only did I see, like I said before, our strong communicators, our strong leaders just speak so well and confident, but I also saw students that 6 months earlier would never have done what they did. And that is what this project is all about. And that's what this program is all about. It's about getting kids to think outside of just the traditional classroom and go, I can do this.
They just presented their presentations on it. They're thinking about their legacy and how it could continue into next year. So I do like that it's not just a project that's going to be finished at the end of this year. It's something that they're looking at continuing, and the students have developed some ways that other students can get involved.
It's fun, and it's you work. Like you don't really just sit around at a table or anything doing nothing. You actually have to include stuff. I wanted to grow my skills a bit better and leave a mark. Once I leave school, if I come back here just out of volunteer work, I can just see what I left behind.
Like the whole term and a half we've been working on this, it's really paying off now that everyone's hearing about it and talking about it. Putting in the time and the effort to bring everyone together, like not just our school, like the whole town and everyone.
Being outside the classroom and being really hands-on has really showed that a lot of different people have a lot of different skills. You can get out in the dirt and get your hands dirty, and not everything is just textbook.
We've needed to use a lot of communication. That's been the big thing. Talking to businesses, talking to each other, talking to the school, the hospital. The whole idea is that we're leaving behind something that people can come back to. Say there's newborns that are born at this hospital. This garden is sort of what's dedicated to them, I guess.
Especially because I'm in VM now, I don't get to do art anymore, which is a bit sad, but this project's actually given me the opportunity to do art for my schooling, which I'm really happy about. I feel like it would just give people more of like an inspiration to actually like put themselves out there and actually like get more in touch with their creative side.
We had to be really proactive and take initiative upon ourselves to do things because it wouldn't have got done if we didn't do it. So I just think this is the perfect opportunity to showcase what VM actually is and what it can do for students like us as well.
So we use the Australian Social Value Bank to be able to determine a dollar value for this particular project. These ideas align really strongly with the national strategy for volunteer involvement, and that includes engaging volunteers in meaningful roles that build skills and confidence, creating safe, inclusive environments where young people feel supported, working in genuine partnership with organisations, schools and the broader community, and focusing on quality management so the experience is positive for everyone involved. These strategies help us deliver safe, ethical, sustainable community benefits. No, it's not just the dollar value. It's actually that long-term legacy, and it's the ongoing long-term legacy of community partnerships. It's seeing young people develop and stay in our regional towns because of the confidence that a project like this brings them. And it's also seeing community partners and organisations growing to adapt and change and take on young people as volunteers as well.
These kids are taking a bit of a different journey to university perhaps, and so they're doing something a little bit different, something they can be really proud of and something that they've contributed to in their own town. And when you see them come in, you actually feel the energy, I think, before they get in the door, which is really, really nice for a health service as well.
And I think VM, there's always a little bit of a stigma with the students that do it, which is such a bummer because it's a program that stands really high in its own regard and it has a lot of potential. So this project's been really good for that, to show that potential and show that they can, like you said, get ready for bigger picture and not just work, but develop skills as like a human being and as a person.
It's been really great to see how this project has grown, and I can't wait to see how much bigger it gets. It's been really heartwarming to see how the school has embedded this so quickly into their culture. But I think the most important thing is going to be seeing how these students are able to take what they've learnt here, participate in their community, and see how their volunteering develops over the next few years.
I believe we've gone through 3. We're currently in the process of building another one, plus I've brought my own from home because I didn't trust anyone else's.
This wheelbarrow behind me is a bit of a struggle at the moment. Probably one of the biggest issues that I've had so far, to be honest. It is shocking.